How you doing?
How's it been reuniting with Steve Wilkes over here?
Wait, say it again?
How's it been reuniting with Steve Wilkes over here?
Yeah, it's been really good. Obviously, he's a guy with a lot of knowledge about the game. So just being able to learn from him just as like a DB from that aspect of it, and also trying to learn his scheme and master it to the best of our abilities. But I think it's been really good.
He seems more hands-on than we've seen from a DB coach in the back. Do you find that as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, he can't help it. So he wants to wants to coach us up. He really wants to help us try to master our technique. And so I like it that way. So really after every rep, he can have a coaching point for you, something that you can work on to get better.
What have you kind of noticed about this defending the 49ers offense, how they run plays in spacing?
Yeah, movement. That's kind of like the biggest thing. Every play has motion, every play has movement. Kind of just attract your eyes, take your eyes one way while the ball is going the other. That's kind of the whole thing, the misdirection. So just being disciplined in your gaps and understanding your keys, that's something that you have to do or it's going to be just a long day.
The 49ers have had some pretty small nickels in the past traditionally. What do you think your size and athleticism, brings to that position?
I think just the nickel position in general. You have to be able to fit the run. That's important, especially with teams of 12 personnel, but one tight end is kind of more of a receiving tight end. So a lot of teams go nickel, but they're still going to run the ball a lot in 12. So just being able to understand the run fits, understand the gaps, and then a lot of times you can be matched up on a guard, so you just can't get thrown out. You know what I mean? But that's something that I've just kind of got more used to as I've played the position and understanding where I need to be.
It's only been two added practices, but how do you kind of assess the intensity level versus your previous camps and playing?
The intensity definitely cranks up with the pads on for sure. I feel like so far it's just been a lot of hits, probably more than I've seen in my other camps for sure. And I think that's just really a testament to Fred and Dre and those guys and kind of how they run our defense. We kind of go as they go. So, they're coming downhill and putting their hat on the ball carrier. That's what everyone else is going to do. So, it's really we just move how they move. So we watch them after the first play, the tone is set of what kind of day it's going to be. And I can tell that's definitely been different here for sure.
Isaiah, you're coming off of your career year. How are you a different player than the player that came out of Colorado and into the league?
I think the biggest thing is just understanding the game and understanding my role in the team or on that defense specifically, whether it's in Atlanta, whether it's here. I feel like when I first came out in college, that whole aspect of football didn't really make sense to me as well as it does now at least. And so I just understand, what Coach Wilkes, what Kyle and everyone kind of expects of me and what they want me to do in this defense, and then just be able to master that, whatever it is, those 3-4 things, whatever it is, and just be really, really, really good at that, and then let everybody else do their job while I do mine, and then we got a really good team, a really good defense.
Isaiah, what's your first impressions of Brock?
Brock's been really good. Obviously coming off the injury, that was kind of the biggest thing, throwing him back in the fire, letting him, rip some balls. I didn't really play against him before, obviously, because when we played, it was still Jimmy at quarterback. But just watching him on film from, the time in the playoffs and stuff like that, and then watching him now, it looks like he's throwing the balls the same way to me. So I think that's really good for him and really good for his confidence, just understanding that, kind of takes an extra step or two when you're coming back from an injury, and I have experience with that. So, I've talked to him about it, and the biggest thing is as long as he's confident with it, and it doesn't hurt, that he's definitely gonna be a hell of a player.
You're talking to one of the coaches off to the side of the red zone period about vision.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the biggest challenges for you playing in the slot as well as outside? You have the preference.
I definitely like the slot better. But there's a little more that comes with it, like you said. So on that play, I'm trying to read 3, push the 2, and then Debo's running a 1 step under, trying to cross my face. So I kind of got to see all 3 receivers. Whereas when you're on the outside, that's rare that might happen, especially when we were in the red zone. I think we were on like the 6-7 yard line. So everything happens a little bit quicker. So things can get a little sped up and kind of just takes reps, like that kind of stuff. The more you rep it, the better feel you have for it. You can kind of anticipate stuff a little more. And so that's just something that we got to do. And that's what training camp's for. We just got to rep it more, get some more red zone days in, and just kind of get that feel.
a
You got
wider
the
slot.
Debo looking like he's looked so far at camp, and Christian McCaffrey going 100 miles an hour.
Yep.
Is there a better place to train to play slot than here for defensively?
I don't think so. I don't think there's. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Just from everything, from kind of assessing the formation, the motions, the misdirection, and then on top of that, I mean, the guys with the ball are really, really good players. So I mean, all of that into one, it makes it really tough for our whole defense, and I think that's been why they've been so good in the past as well. So I mean, we definitely understand that. We know it's a challenge every day, so we kind of just look forward to it and getting that work in.
Brandon Ayuk is really
Say it again, sorry. Yeah, man, really crispy routes. Way better than I even thought he was. And I knew that he was already good, but seeing it up close and personal, kind of every day from OTAs to now, I think that he's just become such a better receiver than when he was when he first got in the NFL, for sure. But yeah, I mean, he's just really detailed in his routes, really explosive, quick off the line. So I think he's poised to have a really, really good year.
What's it like to, you played against him last year, but what's it like to practice against Jawan Jennings? He seems to be good at getting under the defender's skin.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a physical guy. I mean, that's kind of just in his nature, I feel like. And as well as that's kind of his role in the receiver room. I mean, he'll go in, he'll block linebackers, safeties, anybody, doesn't matter, and kind of looks for that challenge. So it's good work, for sure. I mean, he's a big, strong guy. He runs good routes, really good catch radius, kind of go up and get the high balls. He had a tough one-handed one the other day, so he catches the ball really well. But yeah, no, it's been definitely good work against Juwan. Yeah, he's been good, really good.
In your experience, does every NFL offense have a guy that does that, or is this 49ers offense unique with how physical it is to have somebody like that?
I feel like they're unique in the sense that they have a few guys that kind of do that. But in my experience, every team has at least one, but usually only one. Or a lot of teams only have one. And you kind of know, when they're in the game, like, oh, it might be a run. Like, he's cracking. Like, this guy comes in to do that. Whereas, I mean, I've seen BA block, Debo block. I mean, none of them are afraid of that, or none of them feel like they're above that or whatever. They understand that kind of makes the offense work. It's the receivers blocking. So I feel like all of them so far have done a really good job of that.
What have you seen from Ambry Thomas and Deommodore Lenoir through camp and their development?
Yeah, really good. I mean, just watching Demo, I mean, he's just become so much more patient at the line. I feel like that was something that he worked on a lot in the offseason, especially from OTAs to now. So that just helped with his confidence a lot, for sure. But yeah, he's been really, really good, just impressed, man. And the AT, I feel like, has had a great camp so far. Just being able to play the receivers, like you said, I mean, playing against a lot of really good receivers, and he's been on them the whole time. So I'm excited to watch them both, for sure.
All right, thanks, Isaiah.
Yep, no problem.